My parents both died this spring at the age of 94, less than 30 days apart. They were married for 71 years, and they were polar opposites. At this time of year, I'm naturally reflecting on my own life, and now on the lives and legacies of my parents. I wonder what pulled us apart, what kept us together, and how I might continue to keep them close as I'm growing and aging. My dad was a serious, precise, viola-playing lawyer. He died on February 7th at odds with himself and his legacy, which happened to be an amazing one. The child of Russian immigrants, he was determined in his retirement to practice immigration law and help others that walked in his parents' shoes these many decades later. He worked pro bono, only retiring begrudgingly at the age of 92. Classic, now De Novo Center for Justice and Healing, where he worked most of that time, told us, Herb Epstein has provided pro bono legal assistance to refugee survivors of torture and persecution for over 27 years, helping more than 1,000 vulnerable asylum seekers reunite with family members and rebuild their lives in the safety of the US. And yet, in his final days, he seemed to feel he had accomplished nothing and was pained that he was going to die with much unfinished business. I got a clear message from his final struggles. I felt determined to stay close to my dad by not letting myself age under a cloud of no forgiveness, and to truly try to appreciate and learn from my own failures and accomplishments, and to encourage my daughter to do the same. My mom was a doer, an adventurous, fun-loving person. She was a geriatric social worker before her retirement. She valued experiences over things and loved upholding homemade family traditions. In recent years, my favorite tradition with Mom was working together in her earthbox garden. In our zealous partnership, we expanded to a veritable ponderosa of 6 earthboxes. Mom loved strategizing vegetable choices and planting every year. It was our best excuse to spend time alone together, observing, picking, and sharing what she referred to as her crops with family and friends made the process all the more satisfying for her. On March 3rd, the unseasonably warm day before she died, we took Mom out on her patio to survey the fallow boxes and take in the day. The conversation naturally came around to what to plant. Mom seemed to be picturing with her eyes closed, and she said, I see yellow flowers, tomatoes, and green beans. When she passed away the following day, I decided to plant these for her. Sharing pictures every week via text with my daughter, my siblings, and their kids, we watched the garden grow together. As of mid-August, the yellow sunflowers were taller than I, and the green beans, along with masses of colorful tomatoes, had graced many dinner tables. Realizing the power of this connection, I promised to plant a version of this garden every year, as it would keep Mom close to us and keep her independent, fertile spirit within reach. Yehi ratzon milfanecha. May it be your will that I make good on these 2 promises, that I open the space to nurture both myself and my mother's garden in an ongoing way. May it be your will that we all find ways to stay close to our loved ones and our own truths in these difficult times, to bolster our way forward with their fine visions and hard-won lessons, sprinkled with some tomatoes, sunflowers, and beets.